Hello, everyone. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope everyone had a great trading day today. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We did not have a lot of action today, right? The Dow was up, though. The Dow was up. S&P was up. NASDAQ was up. So an up day, and we did talk about that we expect some buying to come in today after so a lot of selling yesterday, a lot of selling on Friday and throughout the week. All right, so that's to be expected. Okay, so let's go through it. Let's go through the markets. All right, so welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. All right. The Dow, guys, the Dow closed up 294 points for the day. The NASDAQ was up 1%. S&P was up, and also the Russell was up. All right, 1 second. Let me get my highlighter here, guys. 1 second here. All right, let's see. All right, much better here. All right, so, all right, all the indexes were up. All right, all the indexes were up. S&P, we do have a sell signal across the board. All right, across the board on all of the indexes. All right, so the S&P, let's go ahead and draw in our new lines. All right, and we're going to spend some time on no picks this evening. All right, but we'll spend some time on these support areas since we are moving lower. All right, so S&P, guys, sold here. All right, sell signal here, red candles, we're moving lower. Next support on the S&P is right here. Now, if the S&P breaks that support, we've got further support down there. Now, keep in mind, we are bearish. We are in a correction. So any buying, all right, might be short-lived, okay? So we're in the markdown phase. Okay, we are in the markdown phase in the S&P. All right, the NASDAQ. And you guys know NASDAQ has been in trouble for a while, all right? So I want to make sure. Last night, we took a look at big picture on the weekly time frame. All right, tonight, we're going to focus on the daily time frame so that we remember where we are. All right. All right, so on the NASDAQ daily time frame, we have a sell signal here, guys. So we should be out, right, out of stocks. This is why we do this. I know it's repetitive, okay? I know it's boring, all right? But this is what we have to do so that we're always on the right side of the market and we're not surprised, all right? When we do this, we're not surprised when buying come in or when selling come in, okay? So, we'll move this for now. Okay, so the NASDAQ, sell signal here. So buy signal here, sold here, bought here, sold here. Now sellers are in control. We're now in the markdown phase. So, right, just remember that. And 1 day of buying doesn't make a bull market, okay? Just like 1 day of selling doesn't make a bear market. So that selling has been going on for a while. On the Dow, all right, on the Dow, all right, very similar. And so you guys see the trend here. Here's your markup phase. Now that sell signal on the Dow came in fairly recently. Okay, right here again, this is on the daily time frame. Now, we're not quite in the markdown phase yet, okay? On the Dow, let's say we're in the distribution phase, okay? So we need a few more sellers to come in somewhere. If we can get somewhere down in this area here, all right, we'll then be in the markdown phase. But we're in the distribution phase, and that signal, we have a sell signal on the Dow. All right, the Dow 30. Just remember, S&P and NASDAQ, most of the companies are going to be there. Most of their stocks are going to be there. Most of the large caps, all right, large cap stocks, mega cap stocks will be in the S&P and the NASDAQ, all right? And then you just have your big, 30 big companies in the Dow, all right? And then the Russell, guys, Russell, these are more for your small cap, smaller companies, okay? That's the IWM, also has a sell signal. And just remember, all right, the reason we watch these markets because a large percentage of your stocks, okay, large percentage, right, whether we like them, all right, whether they have good fundamentals or not, they do follow those four indexes. So we need to pay close attention. They will follow the direction of these indexes, okay? So on the IWM Russell, buy signal here, sell signal, that's your small caps. We are back between support and resistance, all right? So again, sell signal. So all four of these indexes, Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell have sell signals, okay? So remember that. All right, the VIX volatility, right, came down a bit, below 20 at 27, all right, made a high all the way up to about 65. That's a lot of fear in the market. We talked about this last night. This is the third highest it's been on Monday, yesterday. So that fear, all right, yes, it's come down a bit, but it hasn't gone away, all right? So last time we had a lot of fear like that in the market was back in 2020, all right, when we had the coronavirus, right? Big scare there. And prior to that, 2008, okay? So we're not calling for a crash. We are in a correction, okay? But this is how it starts, okay? All right. All right. As far as the sectors, so we have more sectors, guys, where sellers are coming in to a neutral, and we have still some sectors here trying to hang on. All right. We'll take a look. We have time. We'll take a look at some of these sectors. Okay. The dollar index. Let's see here. Dollar index. I saw dollar. We've seen dollar shorts came in yesterday. All right. And the dollar pairs, and we saw dollar longs come in today. Alerts. Okay. I'm going to say this again. Be very, very careful. All right. Trading the dollar pairs. All right. Very, right. No direction right now. Very confusing. That group doesn't know what it wants to do right now. Okay. So if you short it, you might get squeezed. If you go long, you might get squeezed. Okay. So, all right. In order to go long the dollar, guys, we have to get right back. See, here is support. Previous support becomes resistance. We need that price action to move higher, get some green candles, and perhaps then we can go long. All right. I know it's up right now, but just be careful. All right. We really need to wait to see. We've had a lot of selling, right, last week. Definitely the last couple of trading days. So we need markets to kind of settle down a bit for us to get a better direction. Okay. Forex. Overall, we've got still have great volatility, great movement in Forex on the daily time frame. Okay. On the 240, good volatility. Just remember, guys, the way we look at volatility, the way we track volatility in Forex is all these symbols here, all right, all these symbols here, all right, if they're yellow and above 20, we've got volatility. If they've red, right, Forex is consolidating. So we only have, look at down here, only a few symbols that are red. All the rest are are trending, okay, or moving. All right, same here on the 240 and same right here. Okay, now on the 60-minute, pay attention to that. Our monster scalper traders on the 60-minute, we've got some consolidation. So we've got about, I would say, about 60% consolidation. So things are slowing, which is what you will see after a big run. All right, and we've had some big runs in these yen short trades. Okay, so just expect, right, a bit of slowing in the market. So that's why we say, hey, just, right, be patient, just wait for the next move. Okay, all right. The Magnificent Seven got a bid today, but right, still in the markdown phase. NVIDIA is still in the markdown phase here. All right, Meta, Facebook, right, consolidating here. All right, Microsoft, look at that, clearly in the markdown phase. So sellers can come in. I know we had an update. Look at Tesla, right, fairly close to that support area here. Google right here. All right, look at that, clearly in the markdown phase. So where a lot of traders jump in, all right, jump in into this market, all right, and bought. This is why the Dow was up, and specifically the NASDAQ, all right, Google, right, NVIDIA, right, they're part of the S&P and the NASDAQ, all right, and those were up. So you're going to see traders buy the dip, right? We don't do that, all right, because guess what, right? It's in the markdown phase, and you guys know what can happen. Sellers can keep pushing that price down all the way down to support. Okay, so just remember that. Bitcoin is holding at 56,000. All right, but what I want to take a look at is the yen. All right, so great shorts and big congratulations to our traders that took those shorts. All right, just remember, these yen pairs will follow pound yen lead. Okay, so we've had a great run short. Right, just like, guys, we had a really good run long. You guys remember this? Now, it doesn't move as fast long compared to short. But just like we were long for a long time, we're now short. And I know it's taking a break right now. Things are taking a break. But we clearly have a sell signal that came in last week. And now we've got two red candles here. So all of that good shorts that you guys have had, that's from right here. Right in here, right here. But we've got a long way to go, okay, for pound yen to recover. And then I'll show you guys what's going on the yen pairs. And the reason we want to do that is that so you guys can position, all right, get ready again. All right, no guarantees that this will happen. Things can change. Hey, buyers can come on in, recapture, right, that trend line. Let's bring that in. All right, so a little bit of some big picture here, okay? All right, so buyers can certainly come back in and recapture, but that's not what's happening right now. Okay, so we have 2 weeks of selling right here. Support on pound yen is right here. So near-term support on the weekly time frame. All right, guys, if pound yen makes another move, okay, to this support right here, that's a lot of pips. Okay. All right, so just like I said, right, be patient. Don't be in a hurry to trade, right, the dollar pairs or any of the other. This is still the best trade, okay? Now, if it gets down to here on the weekly time frame, pound yen, and all those yen pairs will follow pound yen, okay? All right. The next support area will be down here. Now, if things changes, if buyers come in heavy, we'll see, and we'll change the analysis, okay? Otherwise, this is what we're looking for. Price to get down to here in the markdown phase. It's coming in, right, nicely. And then from there, we have further support all the way down here. Now, we're not going to count this yet, okay? So one step at a time, all right? One step at a time. So pound yen. And I want to show you guys the counter trade to pound yen, okay? The counter trade, which is the Japanese yen. Now, we don't watch this a lot, all right? But it's always here, all right? Always here in the background. Okay, so as the yen moves higher, and it's been short, and this is what caused all the panic, all right? This short selling in the Japanese yen, and it's finally making a move. So if you guys look here, all right, these 2 weeks of selling in here, right? Here we've got 2 weeks of buying, all right? So what we're going to look for is this in the Japanese yen. So as the Japanese yen moves higher, pound yen will move lower, giving us even more opportunities to short. Now we'll go over the current trades. I promise we'll do that. But I want to make sure you guys know what's going on so you can be patient. That's how we do well trading, okay? We are patiently waiting, all right? Patiently waiting. All right, we don't have much of an accumulation here. Let's do this. We don't quite have a V yet. So right now, if this continues to happen, right, if the yen continues to move higher, that's not good for equities, kind of like the VIX, right? All right, but our goal is to get on the right side. So if buyers continue, what could happen, right? We could get a bit of consolidation in here. Now, that's on the weekly time frame. Let's take a quick look at the daily. All right, so on the daily, look at the daily, guys. We might just leave the daily here for now, okay? So on the daily time frame, we have perfect setup. All right, we'll monitor it. We'll go back and forth. But right now, we'll keep the yen. All right, now this is not Forex. This is currencies, okay? I mean, this is the futures market. So this is actually the futures market. But this is what's driving everything right now, the yen, okay? That's what's driving everything. All right, so we need to pay attention to it now. We haven't. It's been here. We haven't. But now that it's driving everything, we need to pay attention to it. Okay, so we have a nice markdown phase in the Japanese yen. And then, all right, markdown phase, accumulation, buy signal. Here is your markup phase. Okay, so we see it's moving higher. As the yen moves higher, pound yen here will move lower. All right, quick daily time frame here. All right, you guys see the reverse. All right, yen is moving up, pound yen and all the other yen pairs are moving lower. Okay, so that trade is not done yet. All right, that's my point with all of this. Okay, that trade is not done yet. The markets, equity markets, is not done selling off yet. Now, if we see, right, if we see this, now we have resistance right here. So if it breaks through that resistance, we'll see continuation, okay? If sellers come in, right, if this buy signal fails, this resistance fails, we start to see, then we'll see where the markets resume, and we might start seeing buy signals in the pound, in the yen pairs, okay? All right, so some targets for the yen, and we have to follow the yen right now. We don't have to trade it, right? This is not a trade. You can certainly trade it, right? In monster futures, the yen, you can trade it in the futures market. But what we're looking for is confirmation, direction, and this will allow us to stay in the trades because we still have trades, right? Short trades in Forex Dominator and even in a monster scalper on the 240. So buy signal here in the yen, and we have a lot of selling right here. All right, enough to be concerned with right here. Okay, if it breaks through that resistance, keeps moving higher, we have some resistance here. Not a lot, but it'll keep it right up here. Okay, so just be aware of that, guys. Just be aware of that. Okay, so be patient and wait. Wait for the next round, all right? Wait for the next round, especially on the 60-minute time frame, because we cleaned those up, cleared those positions up last night, okay? So let's go through current positions. I hope that helped. Remember, this is why we do this, so that we're not caught off guard. We can be in position. It's boring stuff, but this is what we do. All right, so TRY, we're still in some shorts. TRY, JPY, that one finally closed. Okay, so yesterday was still open, now it closed. Sell short signal here, buy to cover here, so close the trade, please. Okay, nothing yet. Okay, nothing yet. So we've got to wait. All right, we've got to wait. TRY, JPY, close the trade, please. ZAR Yen finally closed, was open, left open yesterday, now it closed, okay? So sell short signal here, ZAR Yen, and buy to cover right here. So we should be done out of this trade, ZAR Yen, okay? All right, so currently we have no longs, we don't have any longs, any shorts. All right, no longs in monster scalper on the 60-minute time frame, and no shorts here, monster scalper on the short side. Okay, on the 240 we still have a long, and ideally this is what we want to have happen. We want to close those positions, take profits, and wait. All right, our monster scalper traders, Forex especially monster scalper on the 60-minute, you'll see signals come through. Be careful taking those, okay? All right, they're going to force you, try to get you to jump in, and then guess what? All right, go against against you. USD MXN, this is holding, all right? No, USD MXN, that's a dollar pair. It's really the only one, I think, that's really holding. So it's holding fine. Buy signal here, good markdown phase, got past sellers here, broke through that resistance, moving up nicely. It's doing its own thing there, okay? So USD MXN, good trade going there. The only long on the 240 in monster scalper, okay? All right, we do have some shorts that are still open. So short trades, mainly in the yen pairs. All right, it was frustrating when we first took off short and we missed the first round, but we caught these. All right, so we made up for that. All right, New Zealand yen, so short here, buy to cover, so short, buy to, still holding. So short here, still holding, guys, okay? So red candles, we need that price action. You see that moving average coming down? We need that to come on down, sellers to keep coming lower, okay? And we just looked at what the yen is doing. All right, so we just looked at what the yen is doing. All right, so as that yen, the Japanese yen, as it keeps moving higher, all right, New Zealand yen and these yen pairs should keep moving lower, okay? All right. So New Zealand yen, we're holding. Aussie yen, so short here, buy to cover. So short and is holding right here. See, guys, they're just waiting. All right, they're just waiting. Now, obviously, if buyers come in, right, you get some green candles, you have to cover, okay? But right now, they're holding, okay? Pound yen. Pound yen, beautiful trade. So short, buy to cover. So short, buy to cover. Lots of pips, guys. That's for a lot of pips, okay? So short here, and look here, all right? Made it to that there. Moving average, and guess what? Sellers are still in control. Lower lows, right? Keeps moving lower, okay? And again, as the yen moves higher, it's got a buy signal. Pound yen will move lower, okay? That's the trade right now. Swiss yen, all right, still holding also, all right? So short here, buy to cover, so short, and still holding firm, okay? Low is right here, so it needs to come down and break that. Aussie, New Zealand, that trade closed. So short here. I think we got it right about here. All right, not much here. Sell signal, buy to cover right here. So close the trade. So Aussie, New Zealand, close the trade. Okay, so we have no positions on the 60. One long USD MXN, and that's fine. That's fine, guys, right? All right. The good thing about closing off these positions, taking profits, okay, so now taking some profits, build some capital, and now you wait for the next trade, okay? We don't always have to be trading. All right. All right. So four shorts, yen pairs on the 240 still holding. Okay, let's take a look at Forex Dominator here. All right, we'll start with the yen pairs short. Most of these should hold. This is on the daily time frame here. All right, so TRY, JPY continuing to move lower here. Look at that, guys. Oh my gosh. Woo, beautiful trading here. TRY, JPY. And this was, we weren't sure about this one because, boy, it was deep in that markdown phase. But guess what? They can go lower. Never think they can't go any lower or go any higher, right? All right, TRY, JPY, good short going here. SGD, JPY, right, holding good short. All right, now this one here reached its target here, right, and a bit of a pullback here. We do need to come on down, settle down here near support, and hopefully break through. This will take some time though, okay? So, and again, if the yen right here, that Japanese yen, if it continues to move higher, break through that resistance. Here is that resistance right here on the yen. I know this is advanced. All right. So we have, this will help you guys so much. We have resistance here. Yen is looking to break through that resistance in the markup phase. If that happens, pound yen, SGD, JPY here will break through that support. Okay, so if you guys are shorting this, right, you should be rooting here for the yen to break through and hopefully gets all the way up here, right? All right, that will help your short here. So SGD, JPY still holding. All right, Euro yen, same thing. All of these are almost identical and they're just waiting. All right, they're just waiting for the yen there. Pound yen, same thing, waiting here, but nicely moving lower. All right, moving lower, slowly moving lower. All right, so control your nerves, guys. Control your nerves, okay? Don't try to get too emotional. All right, follow what's happening. Same thing here, Aussie yen. All right, just holding at support right here. Okay, notice how they're just holding it right here at support. Okay, so next target down here. All right, dollar yen. All right, same thing here. Did we Aussie yen? Did we say Aussie yen? Aussie yen. CAD yen. Right here, right at that support, guys. Normally we'll be done. We'll be done. Okay. All right. Buyers are gonna, but we're looking at a bigger picture here, a bigger macro move that could happen that could bring these trades all the way down here to further support. Okay. HKD JPY on the 60-minute and on the 240, a lot of these have already closed. Okay. But on the daily time frame, we have a larger, bigger macro move that could happen. NZD JPY. Now this one got past, right, buyers here, and it's just holding for now. Again, if the yen moves higher, break through that resistance, these will move lower. All right, and then New Zealand Swiss, all right, so short and is holding there. Now, if they close, you just have to. Yeah. You get a blue candle on these shorts, just close them. All right. So yes, we're looking for a bigger move, but if buyers come in and things change, you know what you have to do. Do we have data coming out? Data came out this evening. Today's the 6th, right? At 6:45 in New Zealand. So that didn't move the market much. And tomorrow we've got, tomorrow evening we've got data coming out. 10:40, again, the Kiwi and Aussie. And then Thursday we've got at 8:30 a.m. unemployment claims. Okay, so a fairly light week for data. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, what am I doing here? Oh, here. Okay. All right, equities. Now, like I said, don't be fooled by this bounce in the market, okay? So we've got 4 stocks here. Let's go through those. A lot will need to have happen, guys, to go long equities. All right, every single one of these Mag 7s have sell signals. Russell has a sell signal. NASDAQ, S&P, Dow all have sell signals. Okay, so don't be fooled by this. This is what will get you in. These up days will get you in. And the way it works in a correction, the markets will open. It's not perfect, but this is what usually happens. Markets will open up, right? So they'll open up and close down. When the markets are bullish, they will open down and close up. Okay, the market was up for today, but we were up over 600 points, and it erased half, closed that half of that, 294. That's not good. Okay. After all of that selling, that's not good. So ADPT, buy signal here, it is holding. All right, in stock boss small caps, AVXL also holding in stock boss small caps. And we'll run stock boss and bullmaster. Okay, so guys, this evening, we're not looking for opportunities. We're just taking it easy. All right, just taking it easy. Need to slow things down, catch our breath a bit, right? And that's what the market is doing. The market is taking a breather. All right. Bullmaster, nothing. Nothing. Bullmaster Pro, we've got a couple of stocks. So Coke and any stocks like Coke. I think Coke is I know it's consumer staples, but I think Coke is in the Dow. That can be a flight to safety. Oh, Anthony, you made money on SGMO and Stock Boss. All right. Let's take a look. SGMO. SGMO. All right. All right. SGMO. You still in it? Are you still in it? It gapped up today. Good markdown phase. Just be aware of the market. All right. Support is right here in Stock Boss. And resistance is right here. All right. So we've got resistance, a high right here. Okay. So just be aware of that. Okay. All right, good trading though. So Coke, let's see, Coke. All right, so Coke is holding firm here. We need to break through that resistance. Buy signal was at 921, trading at 1257. I know this is expensive, but you could do fractional. Too late though, guys. That trade is done. All right, that buy signal came in here. And Coke has good fundamentals. That's Bullmaster Pro. So buy signal here, holding up. HWKN holding up nicely here. All right. That's basic material. So 2 here in Bullmaster Pro. All right. All right. And just remember, guys, here we have sell signals. And we're in the markdown phase, okay, on those. And the VIX is higher. I'm not sure what's going on with telecom. Telecom is the #1 sector. Okay. All right. So gap down. It gapped down on Monday, gapped up here today. Buy signal here. So telecom, all right, that's holding. Tech, let's take a look at tech. Tech is breaking down. Okay, guys. Oh, yeah, Anthony, that was the pump and dump on that one, yeah. So just, you know what you're doing, so just keep an eye on it. Tech, right here. So we broke through that trend line. Tech is all the way down here. Sell signal, guys, came in all the way up here. So that's done. Technology is done, okay? For now, real estate sector is holding. Utilities, usually utilities will be a flight to safety. So we have a buy here. But guys, remember, we're out of stocks, okay? So all right. Home builders, right? Nothing here. Red candle here, we'll consider that a sell signal. Financials, sell signal. Consumer discretionary, look at that. All right, so that sector is done. Remember, index, right? Indexes first, then the indexes and VIX. So we'll watch the indexes and VIX, and then the sectors, then the stock. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Healthcare. All right. Sell signal. Nothing happening there. Biotech. Sell signal. Okay. This could come down. Communication services, sell signal. This market is done for now. Silver, all right, silver coming down. I know gold and silver can be a flight to safety, but they will go down with the equity markets. We've seen that, right? Every single time they'll go down with the equity markets. Consumer staples struggling to hold a buy signal there. Energy, right? Energy really making a move lower. Industrial, sell signal. Materials, right? Like basic materials, sell signal. And gold is struggling to hold. All right, gold is struggling to hold here. All right, so our stock boss traders, Bullmaster traders, Bullmaster Pro traders, just slow things down, okay? If you're in any positions, make sure you keep an eye on them. All right, stock boss. We're going to run stock boss quickly here just to see what we've got. So 13 stocks, guys, out of 22,000 stocks we track. And we just did that quickly. We only came up with 2, all right, that the big 13 that the big institutions are buying based on our criteria. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. So that tells us we should not be in stocks, okay? And then Bullmaster, let me move this. So the beauty of Heat Seeker is that if we wanted to trade now, guys, if we wanted to load up on trades, all right, we couldn't, even if we wanted to, all right? So it kind of forces us to do the right thing. All right, so out of 22,000 stocks out there, over 22,000, 13. And we usually run a lot more than that when things are bullish. We'll be in the hundreds. Bullmaster, we've got 33. Let me run it again to make sure. 33, same thing, not a lot, okay? Not a lot. So you guys are not missing anything, okay? You're not missing anything in equities. So hold off, Bullmaster Pro, okay? So we saw some buying in here, okay? These are large, big mega caps, but again, if we look at these, right, even with an update, CRWD, great fundamentals, even with an update, don't be fooled by these updates. This is where traders really mess up, okay? And I'm almost done here. All right, so this one was up 2.85% for the day, all right? Which is a decent update for stocks. And look here. Look, it's clearly in the markdown phase. Okay, so traders will, right, pay attention. Hey, it's up. It's moving up for the day. And guess what? It's in the markdown phase. And guess what? It keeps going lower. All right? It keeps going lower. So traders that bought here, all right, let's say they dollar cost averaged, all right, the dollar cost averaging, and they keep buying because they get a better price. Bought here, guess what? Still went lower. Let's say they bought here, right, at 320. It keeps going lower. All right, let's say they bought here at 295. Guess what? It keeps going lower. You bought more here, it keeps going lower. That's a game that will, and a lot of investors do that, okay, on the hope that at some point it will come back up, all right? And guess what? Just keeps moving lower. Dangerous game, okay? All right, the institutions don't do that. They don't dollar cost average. They just get out. They buy here, get out here, and wait. All right, like we do in the 4 market phases. So I'm going to end here. Hold on. All right, so This is important here. So what they do is they buy at the low, sell high, right? Right? So just like the four market phases, and then they're out. They're out of stocks right now. We've been talking about this sell in May and go away. And I know the selling started a bit later, right? In July, August, September, but this is what happens. All right, but they're out, so we should be out in those specific markets. All right, even shorting stocks can be difficult. So those, even our really good traders, be careful shorting. All right, so that's why the yen short trade. And when I say short stocks, right, be careful shorting stocks. All right, so wait. All right, wait for all that selling to come to an end. All right, and hopefully October, November, right, we'll see buyers come back in. But trades like these are done, so don't be fooled. Right? Don't get fooled by all this green here. If we were in the markup phase, guys, we had buy signals on these indexes, buy signals on these sectors, buy signals on these stocks. This would be exciting. All right, but not now. All right, not now. So this is why we try to always be on the right side of the market, right side of the trade. All right, guys. All right. So we're just waiting right now. We're just waiting patiently. All right. So our traders, no picks right now. Okay. Nope, not a lot of picks. Even in the futures market, too much is happening here. So if you're trading, if you on the 240 monster scalper, your trades are still in positions, hold. If you're trading on the 60-minute, just wait. All right, we'll see some opportunities. It's only been 1 day, right? Most of the trades closed, so you guys can wait, right, for the next round. All right, guys, I will see everyone tomorrow. All right, Anthony. All right, guys, take care.